I promise I'll make it all worth it.
Welcome to the show, WWE Nation. This is SmackDown Spotlight, your update center for matches and news. Hit that bell, and let's begin. The wrestling world was thrown into absolute chaos during what was supposed to be an ordinary Monday Night Raw taping, when the show took a drastic and unexpected turn that had fans, wrestlers, and backstage personnel frozen in disbelief. In a moment that felt too real to be scripted, Dominik Mysterio vanished in the middle of the show during a planned segment, sparking confusion, panic, and an overwhelming sense that something enormous had just shaken the foundation of WWE storytelling. Lights flickered, cameras scrambled, and announcers struggled to find words as the show abruptly cut backstage, where scattered equipment and overturned crates hinted that something or someone had disrupted everything behind the scenes. The backstage incident that changed everything. According to the storyline, Dominik had been moments away from heading to the ring when a sudden commotion erupted in the backstage hallway, causing security and producers to sprint toward the scene. By the time cameras arrived, Dominik had mysteriously disappeared, leaving only fragments of a struggle, scattered papers, and a cracked monitor on the floor. No attacker was visible, no explanation was given, and no clues were immediately identified, turning what should have been a routine part of the show into one of the most gripping mysteries WWE has told in years. The tension in the arena became electric as fans tried to make sense of what had just unfolded. Liv Morgan's heart-wrenching reaction. The emotional core of the storyline came from Liv Morgan's reaction, captured by security cameras as she received word of Dominik's disappearance. In the footage, her expression shifted from casual conversation to pure shock as she listened to a frantic backstage report. Liv's knees buckled as she realized Dominik had vanished without a trace, and the raw emotion on her face painted a picture of genuine fear for someone she had grown close to, both professionally and personally, within the scripted world of WWE. Her whispered words, "Not Dom, please not Dom," added a layer of emotional gravity that resonated instantly with fans watching around the world. A friendship that moved beyond the storyline. Within WWE's fictional universe, Dominik and Liv had developed a dynamic that blurred the lines between rivalry, tension, alliance, and undeniable chemistry. Their recent segments, full of dramatic pauses, conflicted glances, and shared chaos, had become some of the most talked about moments in wrestling. Behind the curtain of the storyline, their characters were written as two performers growing closer as they pushed each other to deliver career-defining work. Their bond was portrayed as authentic, supportive, and built on countless hours spent rehearsing segments and discussing how to elevate their story. Every bit of their connection now made the mystery surrounding Dominik even more compelling. The arena falls silent as confusion spreads. The live audience, who initially believed this might be part of an ordinary scripted attack, quickly realized this storyline was designed to feel far more ominous. The silence in the arena was chilling as the broadcast team admitted they had no information about Dominik's whereabouts or who might be responsible. Wrestlers who weren't scheduled for the segment appeared at ringside and backstage, portraying genuine concern for Dominik as search efforts intensified. The creative decision to let the camera linger on their worried expressions added a realism that elevated this angle into something unforgettable. Liv Morgan refuses to stay silent. As the backstage search continued, Liv stormed into the producer's area, demanding answers and insisting she be part of the search. Her character argued that she knew Dominik better than anyone involved in the current storyline, and that any clue, any detail might help them figure out what happened. Her emotional, frustrated plea created one of the most gripping moments of the night, showing her willingness to drop everything, even her own scheduled segment, to focus solely on finding Dominik. The determination in her voice made fans instantly rally behind her, turning her into the emotional anchor of the entire storyline. A trail of clues begins to emerge. Later in the show, WWE released more footage showing that Dominik had been seen speaking to an unknown figure earlier in the evening. Someone with their back turned to the camera, wearing a hood and moving suspiciously through the backstage corridors. This mysterious figure seemed to lead Dominik toward a restricted area moments before the commotion began. The reveal added a thrilling layer to the storyline, suggesting that Dominik had either been lured, manipulated, or ambushed by someone with a clear motive. Fans immediately erupted online with theories, pointing fingers at former allies, bitter rivals, and returning superstars. Rey Mysterio's emotional response. In a rare and powerful storyline moment, Rey Mysterio arrived midway through the show after being informed of his son's disappearance, and the cameras caught him racing through the backstage area searching for answers. His performance, full of urgency and fear, brought a level of intensity that made the storyline even more personal. Rey's on-screen anguish captured exactly what fans were feeling: frustration, confusion, and a desperate need to know who would strike at the heart of WWE's most famous family. The wrestling world unites in the storyline. Within hours of the episode airing, superstars from every brand, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, posted Find Dom graphics on their social media pages as part of the storyline campaign. Rivals who would normally be feuding with Dominik dropped character to portray genuine concern. Even performers outside WWE in the fictional canon referenced the situation, giving the angle a sense of magnitude rarely seen in modern wrestling. The overwhelming response showcased the tight-knit portrayal of the wrestling world when one of their own is targeted. An investigation begins. WWE announced during the broadcast that an internal investigation was being launched, complete with interrogations of wrestlers, replays of security footage, and forensic-style analysis of the scene, adding layers of depth rarely seen in wrestling storytelling. Liv Morgan was shown pacing anxiously as officials reviewed footage, each frame analyzed for clues. The announcement turned the storyline into something larger than a single attack. It became a mystery, a thriller, a multi-part narrative unfolding piece by piece. Fan theories explode across the community. Fans quickly flooded social media with speculation about who might be behind Dominik's disappearance. Some believed a former ally, like Rhea Ripley, orchestrated the attack after their partnership crumbled. Others suspected a returning legend seeking revenge on the Mysterio family. A growing theory suggested a new faction might be forming, using Dominik's abduction as their explosive debut. The fan engagement was overwhelming, and WWE leaned into the frenzy, promising more clues in the following weeks. Liv Morgan becomes the centerpiece of the story. As the night came to a close, Liv took center stage in the closing segment, addressing both the live audience and viewers at home. Her voice cracked as she vowed to find Dominik and promised that whoever was responsible would face consequences. The promo was emotional, gripping, and filled with passion, instantly becoming one of the defining moments of her career. Her commitment to uncovering the truth solidified her position as the emotional heart of the storyline, turning her into the unexpected hero of this unfolding mystery.